Welcome back to Friday Night Live, everybody. We have been gone for an entire week, and here we are. We are back.
We are back
in the building. I'm rocking a new cut.
I'm rocking a new do.
She is rocking a new do. So we made a little changes while you guys were,
little bit.
You know, missing us.
Yeah, you look darker too.
Do I really? Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been in the sun.
I was talking about your hair.
My hair. No, the hair's not.
I know it's not, but it looks like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's been a long week, everyone.
It has. I feel like every time we come to Friday, it's just like.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that this show really gets the grief.
It does.
Because it just gets all the accumulated BS that we've had throughout the entire week.
Especially when we work before we come here. It's always like the added bonus of the week. Like as if Monday through Thursday wasn't enough.
Right.
Let's just slap on Friday.
Slap some extraness on.
Slap some extraness on.
Well, speaking of Friday, it's not just any Friday.
It's not.
It is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. I forgot. How could I forget?
Well, how could you forget? It kind of has me, like, honestly, it's been kind of a crazy day.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, like the customers at work were out of control.
I don't even want to talk about the customers at work.
I cleaned up an oil spill. Like a customer knocked down, a customer literally like leveled one of the shelves on accident and knocked, I actually don't think it was on accident, but knocked over a like body oil. And it was a big like container, glass container. So I cleaned that up. That was pretty interesting and fun. Other than that, though, honestly, wasn't too bad. But there was like messes everywhere.
Yeah, there was a line wrapped around the women's department. Yeah, so that was nice. That was great. Right. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Were you part of the false toilet thing? No, you weren't part of that.
What do you mean?
Where I was called to clean the bathroom, and it was the toilet just needed to be flushed.
No.
Oh. God.
Although I've had some. Listen. I have had horror stories.
Women are disgusting. I would
Honestly,
rather clean the men's bathroom any day of the week.
Yeah. I mean, when I was 15, I worked at McDonald's. I had an incident there. Every job I've ever worked at has been like, I've had to clean up messy bathroom incidents. Like McDonald's, I had to clean up diarrhea off of like the walls.
Oh, no.
I mean, it was smeared. Like, and why?
Why?
I also worked at a sports bar where I worked, I was like a dishwasher, and then I like started making pizzas and stuff like that. And I was sent into the bathroom to clean up. Somebody had an accident in their pants, left their underwear, left their drawers on the floor, and I had to put gloves on, pick them up. I mean, there was, again, smeared, like there's poop on the floor. And I mean, these are human beings. You know what I'm saying? These are human beings we're talking about.
Yeah, no, they're not animals. Are you sure?
Well, they might be.
Because I'm not quite sure. Some of the things that I've walked into in the bathrooms where we work, I have questioned whether these were humans or savage animals.
Right.
Because it just makes no sense. Like,
exactly. And though, you know what, though, today, and there was thieves out all day long.
Are you going to tell her or do you want me to tell it?
Which one? Because remember there was...
I'm talking about the tiny book bag that couldn't even fit the stuff that he wanted to steal.
You can tell that one. Because I have a completely other one where a gentleman went into the bathroom, okay, with a bag from a different store, went in there, was in there for 10, 15 minutes, came out. Well, we knew that like, if we had been like watching this guy, so we kind of knew that there was like something not right. Well, I went into the bathroom and T, are you ready for this?
I feel like I'm not ready for this.
Normally you go in and you check, you always go in, and when you go into a bathroom for like a loss prevention issue, you lift up the garbage can.
Don't tell me they were in the toilet.
No.
What?
He lifted up one of the ceiling tile.
No, he didn't. He stuck them in the ceiling tile.
I swear to God.
What in the booster?
Yes.
Like,
yes. Can you even?
Was bro doing an order? He had to be doing an order.
Honestly, they must have sent him in there for something. Is it that serious? I mean, like, what in the you can't afford this is going on? You know what I mean? Like
the ceiling tile, though, like you said, you put some thought into
tile.
it. So
Yes.
you walked into the bathroom, scanned it, and said, no, trash can's too obvious. No, we're not going to put it in the
right.
But there's a ceiling tile. Like
the things people will do for things that they cannot afford.
Like I just don't. That should be a topic next week.
Boosters.
No,
Yeah.
just
boosters.
Boosters, because there's so many videos.
Boosters are crazy.
They're insane.
What honestly bothers me though with that is people who like. There's some boosters that I'm like, all right, handle your business, do what you need to do. But then there's others that I'm just like, really? Like people who steal steaks from the grocery store and then sell them in the barber shop.
No, here's what I don't like. Here's what I don't understand. Boosting is a hustle.
Right.
We understand this. So don't boost something and then try and sell it to me for the same price that's on the price ticket.
Right.
You stole it. I'm not paying you full price. I'm not paying you full price.
Exactly.
I'll go to the store and buy it at the store price. That way, if I have an issue, I can return it. If I got an issue with you and I pay you full price, I can't return it. Yeah. There ain't no warranty. If there's a hole where the sensor was at, I'm kind of just SOL.
Right.
You ain't about to sell me at the same price as the store. I'm not paying it.
And it's intrusive. I mean, they get aggressive, man. I'm telling you, some of these people get aggressive.
Crazy.
It's intrusive. It's like the people who, they'll come in a barbershop and they will stand over your chair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like you don't go to the barbershop, but they'll come in there all the time.
I've been in barbershops.
Yeah. And there's certain barbershops you'll go in there, people are in there coming in and selling stuff. And they'll come in. Anybody want this? Like, you want some steak? Hey, you want some steak? I got some steak for you. You want some steak? You want some hey, I got that new it. Yeah, I got that it. You want that it? Here, I got that. The movies. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you fall back? You know, like you know how I am about my personal space.
Right.
That's she knows. Unless I initiate, I don't even want to talk about personal stuff. Just don't touch me. That's my thing. Like, don't get into my personal bubble. That's a whole nother thing. Is personal space.
Whole nother.
And we should talk about that actually another day, because personal space is a whole nother thing that I have to break down for you and explain to you and tell you and really show you why it's not okay to invade. Yeah.
Unwarranted. If I allow you to invade my space, we good.
Right.
But no.
I'm taking that as a topic for next week, and I'm gonna make a note, because sometimes I say I'm gonna say something next week and then I forget. A lot.
We were supposed to talk about people and their babies' dads and how they bashed them on Facebook, and we never came back to that, so we apologize.
Yeah. But just we know, but sometimes we just forget. Our minds are always like this. Yeah. So Friday the 13th. Yes. I know you said that you had some crazy stuff happen today with the thieves at work.
Oh yeah.
So what was that?
So 10 a.m. Was it even 10 a.m.? I don't even know if it was 10 a.m. yet.
It probably wasn't. They started early. It was probably like.
So I was thoroughly amused because I don't even know if I should say what she said, because if it's said while somebody's in the store, I don't want them to know that it was fake. But anyway, so she had said something that was like something that we never say, and it was like basically alerting us that there was a shoplifter.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it made me like tilt my head. I was like really, really kind of confused, because like I said, it's not something that we typically say. So I tilted my head. And so she says it and I'm like, And so we realized that it was like there was a shoplifter in the store. Come to find out, there's this guy flying out the store. He's flying. Book bags like open. Like he's just flying out the door. Book bags flapping. He's running, the book bags flapping. So come to find out, he attempted to steal 2 pair of shoes. However, the book bag was too small to fit the shoes. Moral of the story, bro, steal a bigger book bag.
Yeah. That's honestly, if you can't fit what you're trying to steal in a bag, just steal a bigger one. Why not?
I mean, you're already on the mission. Like, just steal the bigger book bag.
Right.
Like, instead of now you're dipping out the store because you done tried to pop the sensors off of the shoes, you done moved them, you done taken them out the box, you done thrown them under the lid. And you didn't even get the shoes because the book bag wasn't big enough.
Well, it's like, spoiler alert. Hello. Most of us have been doing this forever, and we know what you are doing. You know what I'm saying? We know the signs. We know what you look like. We know how thieves act. We know you. You know what I'm saying? We don't like it. It's ridiculous. Not only are you trained on that whenever you work in retail, but after you've been doing it for as long as her and I have, we know.
No, we know what you're doing. Not only that, but the kicker wasn't even that part. The kicker was that his goofy ass was running out the store so fast, he forgot his own stuff.
Yeah.
He forgot the stuff that he actually purchased and came in the store with, left it in the store. So when he ran out the store, he had to run back in, grab his stuff, and then run back out. So I'm just saying, you got to do better.
Right, you
got to do better. Like if you left it, bro, you just left it. Like you came back, like, and then he's running in the door behind my manager, like running around her, trying to grab his stuff, and then ran back out the door. Like weird. Weird.
It can be a circus. Today, Friday the 13th, I want no parts. If I didn't have to come out of the house on Friday the 13th,
probably not.
I wouldn't. I would be curled up in my home.
Yeah.
With some type of snack situation happening.
Blanket, hot chocolate, fire stick.
Well, I'm more of a coffee.
You're a black coffee.
I love black coffee, but some type of beverage. And I will be probably watching Vampire Diaries or Being Mary Jane, which is
being canceled. I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, I'm only on season 1. I just started it. So I mean,
you have a lot of disappointment and angst to go through before you get to There's quite a lot that goes on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, girl, what'd you have going on this week though?
This week, as far as life or as far as my let's talk about it?
Well, I think your let's talk about it always kind of has something to do with what type of craziness is going on.
Oddly enough, the only thing that was kind of crazy, and I wanted everybody to chime in, was my let's talk about it. I recently had a conversation with one of my old friends, and she was in a debacle because and this is somebody I went to school with when I went to school in the city, and we just happened to keep in touch. So we're talking or whatever, and she's in a debacle because one of her cousins started dating her best friend's baby's dad. Okay, wait.
Yeah. Wait, okay. So cousin, so hang on.
My cousin's friend.
Your cousin's friend.
My cousin's friend. No, I'm sorry. My friend's cousin.
So your friend's cousin. Okay.
Is dating
Taylor's friend's cousin.
Yes.
Is dating
my friend's best friend.
Your friend's best friend's
baby's dad.
Baby's dad.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's trying to figure out who her loyalty is to, because it's your best friend and your cousin. So I didn't know what answer to give her because
her cousin is dating her best friend's cousin's baby's dad.
No.
Why y'all gotta be so doggone messy? And then because then my brain hurts.
So let's just call her Sue.
Whatever.
Sue's cousin is dating Sue's best friend's baby's dad.
Okay.
So she's trying to figure out who she should be loyal to. Her best friend.
Her best friend who's dating someone's man.
No. Her best friend whose baby's dad is being dated.
Okay.
Or her cousin who is dating the baby's dad.
Well, obviously the cousin.
See, that's difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
So, because I was like,
because I got cousins, honey, that I don't even associate.
So the debacle comes in because the baby's dad and the best friend, you know how those situations go.
Mm-hmm.
But the cousin is dating, so she's like, do I say something? Do I keep my mouth shut? Who am I supposed to be loyal to? So I need your opinion.
Oh God. Okay. So first of all, it all depends
It's
on.
all messy.
It's so messy.
It's all messy.
First of all, we wouldn't be here if whatever. Because people are going to do what they do. So it is what people just don't do what they need to do. So that's fine. Whatever. Sis. All right. This is my opinion. So it all sort of depends on the relationship that you have with your cousin. I mean, because there is honestly, and you know this, your best friend can be there for you
way more than your family.
The way family sometimes just can never be there for you. And that's only if you have a really great best friend. It's only if you guys share that dynamic in that relationship.
But her best friend is the one that's kind of being like, I mean, granted, it's your baby's dad, so you have some sense of entitlement, but at the end of the day, he has a girlfriend. So like, if her best friend's the one kind of like straddling the line.
Oh, wait, so they're not together?
The cousin and the baby's dad are together, but her best friend still messes with her baby's dad.
Oh, so she's still messing with her baby's dad.
Yes, but he's dating her cousin.
Well, okay, because here's my thing. I'm thinking this whole time that they're in like a relationship and he's cheating on her with.
No.
Oh.
So, well, he's in a relationship with the cousin, but I'm saying the best friend is the one that's kind of, she's the other woman.
Right.
The best friend is technically like the other woman right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. Then the cousin needs to honestly, first of all, understand that. But you know what? It's not even. Let's take the women out of it. Let's put the women on pause. Let's put the women on pause because I'm gonna need. Okay, you baby's fathers to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys need to stop. If you don't want to be with her, let it go.
Just let it go.
Just let it go. And but then not only that, you don't always even gotta let it go, but definitely don't play with her mind and make her feel like she's in a relationship with you, or that y'all are gonna make things work if you're not.
Yeah.
Because
you have a whole girlfriend sitting over here.
When you have a whole girlfriend sitting over here, because then that causes situations like this to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to make it clear. You need to make it clear and draw that line. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to learn how to own up to your business.
I agree.
And let your baby's moms know that, hey, I'm not,
we're not together. We're not doing this. And then not only that, but like respect your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Like I feel like my friend shouldn't even be in a situation where she has to pick and choose who she wants to be loyal to because you're a cheater.
Well, I'm going to tell you what she needs to do. She needs to honestly just remove herself from the equation because theoretically,
but how do you do that?
Nothing to do with her.
Okay.
So this is how you unexert yourself. You're going to have to carry the bone a little bit with this, but you got to do what you're going to, before you can fully remove yourself, you do have to just put one foot in real quick and just simply say, okay, then do they know about each other?
The cousin knows that obviously because they're in a relationship that.
But does the baby's mom know that
he's still messing with her? No.
Okay. I mean, regardless, this is what you're going to have to do. Listen, Susie, I no longer, I don't want to hear anything about this situation anymore. It has nothing to do with me. That is my cousin. I don't necessarily, I don't feel any type of way about it.
Yeah.
I don't have any feelings towards it. It has nothing to do with me. Not my issue. I'm removing myself. I don't want to hear about it. Cousin, look, girl. I know you got that's your baby's dad and everything, and I know we're family, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't want anything to do with it. That's my best friend. I need to be out of this. Don't involve me in this. I don't want to have, you're my family, and I can't choose.
See, I feel like maybe it's because I'm a female. I was just like, I feel like you need to tell cuz that your best friend is still with her baby's dad, so that she can make the decision to remove herself. I understand that's your relationship, and I understand, but I would probably talk to my best friend first, hey, he's dating my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
And if she chooses to still do that, then I'm telling my cousin,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I told her about you, they're still messing around. I feel like you just need to remove yourself from the situation. I don't feel like I could just be like, I'm not invested, because I'm invested with both people. You know what I mean? That's my cousin. That's my best friend. But at the same time, if I give you the knowledge on both ends, then it is, you have it and you can do what you choose to do with it.
Right.
But you both have it. So if you continue to let him be a cheater with you and you continue to stay while he's being a cheater, then that's just all on y'all. Y'all can have a polygamous relationship for all that.
You know what? I can't.
Friday the 13th. I just felt like I had to share that with the class.
Oh my God, my brain.
Yeah.
That has my brain. And then it's all the stress. I don't even know what I'm gonna call Daquan.
He always gets that name.
Daquan. I don't know what Daquan you're doing, but seriously, you're going to give yourself a headache. You can't.
That's what I be saying all the time. One female's energy is enough, and then you add two. It's just, you got to be like Superman.
Well, he deserves it because honestly, he knew what he was getting himself into.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
So
you be doing too much.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro, but.
Yeah. So that was really the only craziness that I've dealt with this week. I honestly didn't have any my week was mild, but I was sick. So I was sick and shut in.
Oh yeah,
and
she was
I couldn't
ill.
deal with anybody. I literally sounded like somebody's grandpa for the better part of the beginning of this week. Thank you, Clarion Homecoming, for getting me sick. So yeah, from Monday to Wednesday, I was out of commission. So
yeah, they do have germs up at Clarion.
Yeah, so that is what I dealt with. What about you? You know what? What you got for me? What you got? Give me what you got. Give me what you got.
Well, I don't. I just honestly, that really was my like. I've been so busy this week that like I really haven't even been out much. Honestly, I really haven't left my books. I really haven't left my door. I've really just been kind of.
So we need to get Royce some at-home remedies. We need to get him some, relaxation, stress-free remedies. Like, so send in your like teas, your lavender oil, your
something calming.
Yeah, melatonin, all that good stuff.
I do have an issue though.
Oh goodness, what's the issue?
Is that like I've never been able to understand this, but my issue is like the I guess you would say the comparison between black hair and white hair. Because someone said to me the other day during one of my other shows that I do, like, oh wow, well, because I had previously, remember my afro, I previously had my afro before I cut this, and I had told this person I was gonna cut my hair, and she was like, oh, you cut your hair, it looks nice. It's still really long on the top though. But it's not long on the top, and all the other white boys are walking around with their hair off with the little poof spiky thing and the coif. So it's just a little bit concerning to me that like people have that opinion about black hair, because I hear it all the time, and it's still a little long on the top, and I just feel like a lot of especially in like the broadcasting industry.
I was gonna say that to you.
Especially in the broadcasting industry, I firmly kind of believe that I feel like in certain cases, it's almost like they want everybody to look the same.
Weren't we just having this conversation? I feel like we just had this conversation. I feel the same way. I definitely, like, when you were telling me like some of the guidelines and stuff like that, I was like, and then I was watching TV the other day, and I think I was just flipping through channels, and I realized all the women that do news look the exact same. Even they all have women. The same haircut. It's like a bob, or like a blunt cut to right here.
Yeah, or it can never be.
It's always straight. I've never seen an anchor woman or a news lady with curly hair.
No,
I've never not
like
once.
that. I mean, there's like a loose curl
wave,
or a wand curl, but there's
swelling.
never afro. There's never afro curl. No, there's never afro hair, and that's kind of concerning to me. It's very and it's somewhat concerning because it's like, and you look at black men. And like, if you look at the black men on TV news,
no beard.
Nobody has
no full beards anyway.
Well, first of all, there's no beards at all on anyone facial hair. But when it comes to hair, the hair is not like on the black men. It's not curly or fro. The black men have our studio guy has an afro, so he's over here like the black power pick. So basically, it's short. It's short because you cannot. And for those that aren't familiar with black hair, it is straight until it grows out to a certain length and your curl pattern begins. Yep. So they want it to be as short as possible so that you don't have those curls. That's just my philosophy. It's like that must be why they want it to be short, because they don't want to see my curl pattern.
Well, the same thing with a few months ago when they were like saying that companies were not allowed to discriminate against dreads.
Dreads? Oh yeah.
I'm like this, like we're not allowed to. They're allowed to not hire you because you have dreads, because it's considered against their dress code policy, which I find absolutely ridiculous, because they say like the reason they said is because you can change it, but it's cultural.
Exactly.
For a lot of people, it's cultural. So just how you say, like, you know what I mean? Like, well, it's part of our dress code. Well, can you tell somebody that they can't wear their hijab? Because that's cultural. And how are dreads any less cultural than that? So like,
and not only that, well, because it was at the time, I remember a lot of people saying, well, it's a hygiene issue because they're not always washed. and they, you know, you can't wash them every day, and they just get dirty and gross. Well, let me tell you. Okay.
I would rather smell dreads than some of the funky people that I've worked with. I'm just saying. But continue.
Well, not only that, but the thing of it is that how can you necessarily say that whenever white girls don't even wash their hair every day? Because I know a lot of white girls that don't wash their hair every day because it's healthy not to wash your hair every day, because then you have damage. And, you know, like white girls do apply a lot of heat because it doesn't get as damaged, but it does still get damaged. And that's why a lot of people don't wash their hair. It dries their hair out. That's why, you know, they don't wash their hair every day. So white people aren't washing their hair every day either. And my dad has dreads. I know several other people with dreads. There's dry shampoo. You do wash them. You don't wash them every day,
right?
But they are clean. They are definitely clean,
right?
And when I was speaking to somebody about this once, a white person about this, one of them, I guess, worked in a restaurant or fast food or something. And whenever they were talking about it, they said, I was in one of my classes. I can't remember, but I was in class, and one of the people were talking about this and said, one of the people they were talking about it and said, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I work with a girl and she has like one of those big puffball things.
A puffball thing?
And it's just honestly scary. Like every time, this is literally it. This is verbatim. I'll never forget it. Every time she walks past, I mean, I kind of just, you know, back up because I'm never sure what's gonna like come jumping out of it. When I tell you, I just thought that I just knew my life was about to be over. I was like, I can't. I couldn't even believe how ignorant. I couldn't. The uneducation.
You just hit a trigger on something I wanted to talk about.
Oh my God.
I'll make it brief. Can we please? I know it's like a dead horse because I'm sick and tired of reading it. When I was sick and shut in this week, this is all I read about. This godforsaken Dove ad.
Oh, the Dove ad.
The Dove ad, which was cut into segments, which was the piece that everybody's flipping out about. Nobody even saw the whole ad.
Right.
Like, you didn't even see the whole ad. Do I think that it was a little risque? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it overly offensive if you see the whole thing? No. I feel like people are reaching.
I cannot lie. I do think that people were kind of blowing it out of proportion.
Because if you see the entire ad, you get the point that they were trying to make. Like I said, in this day and age and the time that we're in, I really think you probably should have passed on that.
Right. I'm going to give our people the Pepsi commercial with Kendall.
Yeah.
I'm going to give y'all that.
That was a bit much.
Okay. Y'all can have that.
That one was, I feel like you were pushing. And the thing that pissed me off the most, and like I said, I'm going to make it brief, is the people that were coming on the status and the comment were the same ones that rock Michael Kors, Tommy Hilfiger, Levi's, Timberland. All these brands have either publicly said that they don't want Black people wearing them, or their logo is offensive to Black people, or it's rooted in slave times and in those, you know, down south rich, you know, type of culture. And that's what they embrace and that's what they embody. Or some of their sponsors are members of the KKK or stuff like that, but you still wear them and you have a problem with a body wash who may have got it wrong with a campaign. But these people, Tommy Hilfiger blatantly said, I don't like Black people wearing my stuff. That's not the quote.
The one that surprised me the most was Michael
Kors.
Because there are, first of all, Michael, I don't know who has a worse tan, you or Donald Trump. Okay. Okay. He walks around Oompa Loompa-esque. Okay. It's the Oompa Loompa vibe. Okay. He's on that wave.
Slight.
And so first of all, so you're a little bit brown yourself, but my issue is so many people support Michael Kors. It is affordable. And if you want to have, you know, if you don't want your merchandise to be that easily accessible, then maybe it shouldn't be priced so low. Maybe it shouldn't be priced so cheap. You can get a Michael Kors bag for $150.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe that's on you. Maybe that's maybe you know what I mean? If you want to target a richer consumer, then you know, maybe you should have better quality merchandise.
But not even
maybe
just that.
You should, yeah. I mean, you know,
it's so much. We could go on and on about.
And it's not even about Black, you know, and Black people, and that still wouldn't mean anything because Black people are wealthy. Okay, there's a lot of wealthy Black people that can't afford your stuff. So what he was really saying is ghetto. He doesn't want
the image.
He doesn't want to have that ratchet.
That's associated with Black people. The urban image is not something that he wanted portrayed with his brand. And so, like I said all that to say, if you're offended by the Dove ad, then you shouldn't be wearing the other brands,
right?
Because they've blatantly said to your face, like. So that's pretty much all I got this week. That was what bothered me when I was sick and shut in.
It's hard trying to choose what to talk about.
Yeah,
because so much stuff happens throughout the week that I'm just like
ridiculousness.
Well,
yeah,
that's all we got for Let's Talk About It. Yeah.
So we'll be right back with you guys, and when we do, we'll have some special guests for you because we always got the good stuff. Always got the good stuff.
I've been waiting to meet this guest for a while too.
There's 2 of them.
Yes.
You guys, we'll see. We have some fun for you guys when we come back.